She's also just a spoiled, entitled, narcissistic brat.
She has been sabotaging this film for years at this point.
I've been following Rachel Zegler since she first hit the scene, and what's happening with her career is honestly wild. Spielberg handpicked her for West Side Story, Disney gave her Snow White, Broadway welcomed her with open arms, now she's quickly becoming Hollywood's biggest headache. How did things fall apart so fast? Let's get into it. Just 3 years ago, Zegler was at the top of her game. Her West Side Story performance had everyone talking. Critics loved her. Her voice was incredible. Studios were lining up to work with her. She went from making videos in her bedroom to walking red carpets with legends. Looked like a dream start, right? Behind the scenes, though, a different story was unfolding. Y'all wouldn't believe the stories coming from West Side Story. People from the set have been dropping hints about problems that would become patterns later. From what I've heard, Zegler had trouble taking direction, even from industry veterans.
The modern empowered Snow White won't even allow domestic labor.
We can't have a woman holding a broom. Not that Rachel Zegler would know what to do with the broom other than fly on it.
She'd take professional feedback personally instead of using it to improve. There's talk that she'd push back on character decisions that weren't hers to make. Spielberg, always great with discovering new talent, believed in her enough to look past these issues. He defended her when concerns came up, but that balance couldn't last forever. The first real public mess happened during the Snow White press tour. Zegler shocked everyone by basically trashing the classic movie she was remaking, called the original weird and outdated, said her version would fix everything wrong with it. Social media went crazy. Everyone was wondering why she'd take a role she seemed to hate. Disney PR scrambled to clean it up. This wasn't just a rookie mistake. Looking back, it was the first sign of what would become her signature move. What went down on the Evita set takes the drama to another level. All the insider tea points to absolute chaos from the start.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Sources say Zegler was impossible to work with. She'd show up late to important rehearsals, sometimes bringing friends along. She clashed with director Jamie Lloyd about literally everything. Word is that even after vocal arrangements were finalized, she'd try changing them the next day like it was no big deal. The situation got so uncomfortable that other actors quietly asked to be moved on stage just so they wouldn't have to interact with her. Theater folks have been talking about this for weeks. Then came the breaking point that changed everything. During a crucial full-cast rehearsal, Zegler apparently hated the lighting for her big number. Instead of discussing it professionally, she just walked out, didn't say a word, just left. Can you imagine? The star of the show just disappeared in the middle of rehearsal. Entertainment sites couldn't get enough of this story.
But it's also really important to me that I share with you not only the really good, exciting moments, but also like the little blips where I just don't feel great. I think that's really important that you see me as a human being, because I think a lot of people don't. So, I don't know. I want that disclaimer.
This one moment completely changed the vibe of the entire production, and people in theater circles are still talking about it. After that incident, insiders say the director was so done he stopped speaking to her directly, started sending all directions through assistants or stage managers. In professional theater, especially somewhere prestigious like the West End, this kind of breakdown just doesn't happen. Directors and leads have to trust each other completely. Things got so bad that sources say producers started talking to lawyers about possibly replacing her without getting sued. Think about how serious that is. They were ready to restart with someone new after putting so much into her. The meetings weren't about creating art anymore. They weren't about creative choices or connecting with audiences. According to all the gossip, they were purely about damage control, trying to save a production that was falling apart before opening night.
I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. I can also be having the greatest time and simultaneously wishing people would stop sending me.
People who've been in theater for decades say they've never seen anything like it. How did Zegler handle this professional disaster? Everyone watched as she posted vague, poetic messages about feeling vulnerable and silenced in creative spaces, wrote about toxic environments without ever addressing specific issues or taking any responsibility. Entertainment analysts believe this was completely calculated. She wasn't genuinely responding to what happened, she was controlling the narrative before anyone else could tell their side. As her career has progressed, this approach to controversy has become her trademark. She pulled the exact same move after the Snow White backlash, reframed her comments as some feminist stance against outdated stories, positioned herself as a progressive voice challenging tradition. We all watched the story shift from her unprofessional behavior to her brave stand against outdated ideas. Every time something blows up, Zegler somehow makes herself the victim instead of the cause. This pattern keeps repeating with every project. Hollywood casting directors are definitely noticing. Y'all better believe industry insiders say they now openly ask if working with Zegler is worth the drama that comes with her. Her name isn't blacklisted, but it definitely comes with a warning. Expect problems. Budget for attitude, prepare for conflicts. The consequences are showing in her career. Shazam was a flop. Snow White, released in March, was a box office disaster, making just $200 million on a budget of $270 million. Disney expected a billion-dollar hit, but instead took one of their biggest losses recently.
Right. Every time that a celebrity gets like one DM that says KYS, they're like, I'm getting someone save me, but not a prince. Don't
anybody but a prince.
Don't you dare save me.
Well, she like when somebody, she's like, I'm getting these, and the cops were like, well, save yourself. Like,
yeah, you're a girl boss, aren't you?
I saw that interview. Save yourself.
And now, her current Evita production on the West End, which should have showcased her undeniable talent, is making headlines for backstage drama instead of her performance. Entertainment sites are loving every minute of it. The strangest part of this whole situation is that nobody questions her raw talent. Industry veterans agree her voice is amazing and can fill a theater naturally. She's photogenic from every angle. When she's focused, her emotional range is impressive. She has everything needed to be the next big star, but in the collaborative worlds of film and theater, talent isn't enough if you can't work well with others. This gap between her abilities and her behavior has everyone following her career confused. Why does Zegler act this way? Some industry psychologists think fame came too fast before she developed professional skills. Others point to social media pressure young stars face today. But people who've worked with her say it's simpler. She doesn't like being told what to do, and she never thinks anything is her fault. According to insiders, this combination makes collaboration impossible. Theater has always been the true test of a performer. No second takes or editing room fixes. No PR teams to smooth over live mistakes. You have to get it right in the moment, with everyone working together perfectly. People watching Zegler's Evita journey say she failed this test completely.
Please?
For which movie?
They didn't see an artist connecting with the work. They saw someone already planning how to spin the inevitable drama on social media later. That's what has industry watchers concerned. What happens next could make or break her career. Entertainment outlets say her agents are pushing her towards smaller indie films with controlled environments. Not because they're right for her artistically, but because they might help fix her damaged image one small win at a time. In fact, she's already signed on to a new project called She Gets It From Me with veteran actress Marissa Tomei. Major studios are hanging back, waiting to see if her behavior changes before risking millions on another project with her. Everyone in the industry is watching closely. Zegler still has time to turn things around. She could deliver a drama-free performance that reminds everyone why she was considered special in the first place. She could get through a press tour without creating controversy or undermining her own project. She could simply do her job professionally for a while, letting her work speak for itself instead of her social media. The path to redemption is there if she wants it. Most industry people seem to be hoping she takes it. But if her next project follows the same destructive pattern as Evita, Snow White, and Shazam, no amount of deep Instagram captions will save her reputation. In Hollywood, talent might get you your first big job, but your reputation determines if you get a second and third.
And also, she's kind of the first villain Disney ever had. So it's really that I grew up watching in the old animated movie. And it's not just like professionally enjoying working with them. You know, we treated this film with such honor to the original film, and you know, you need to respect the classic.
For Zegler, offers are still coming in for now, but industry insiders wonder how much longer that will last if the pattern continues. The clock is ticking on how many chances Hollywood will give. Everyone in the industry is watching her next moves with interest. Audiences are waiting to see if she can deliver on her early promise. And the spotlight that once showcased her amazing talent now highlights something more concerning. A young star who might destroy her own potentially legendary career before it truly begins. So what do y'all think about Rachel Zegler's situation? Is she misunderstood or causing her own problems? Have you seen her performances? Did you notice any of these issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at Hollywood drama, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos where we take you behind the curtain of your favorite stars and shows. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on the real Hollywood stories they don't want you to hear.